Just arrived, well, last night in Qatar. We got here about 7 o'clock. We headed in for an early night last night and been up bright and early this morning as we're going on an Experience Qatar tour, which is going to take around 4 hours this morning, so catch you there. So we've just arrived at the Discover Qatar tour location, which is actually conveniently just outside the Souq, and I'll just pan round. You can just see it in the distance there. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a 4-hour tour. We're very much looking forward to seeing Qatar.
The tourists.
So to start off our walking tour, we're heading into Souq Waqif. We are heading over to the camel section, so you can see some of the traditional camels here in Qatar. Look at all those chickens!
They're pigeons.
So we've just been to the camel section of Souq Waqif, and they're currently, as you'll have seen from the videos we've just taken, preparing the camels for the changing of the guard. They do that 2 times in the day, so they'll probably be leaving in the next 20 to 30 minutes here to walk past the palace, and then they come back. So hopefully we might be able to catch a glimpse of that as well. The camels actually stay in that pen that you'll have seen there as well. They're very well looked after. You'll probably have seen they did have like sort of chains on their feet, and that's to stop them from being aggressive to other camels in the pen. So they've got constant care from a lot of the staff that worked there as well. You've seen from the clips they were just preparing them to actually before that changing of the guard ceremony as well. A few noisy camels, hey Jim?
Yeah, there's a few noisy ones. It's funny that the changing of the guard here, they use obviously the Arab camel, whereas in like Buckingham Palace we use horses.
Yeah.
So it's just a change of culture.
Yeah, it's very nice to see the culture change, I think, for things here as well. We're now just on our way for the second part of the tour to the falconry area as well. It's great actually to come early in the morning. I think the guide said that throughout later on through the day this area gets quite busy. It's good to see when it's quiet.
These the falcons.
So within the falconry Souq area, falcon Souq area I should say, they have these leather caps. Can you remember the Arabic name for them? Oh, I can't remember the Arabic name, but they're these leather caps that they put on them, which are essentially like stress caps, which are very symbolic to Qatar. You'll have seen they sort of all have them on in the shops as well. It is also a law here in Qatar that whenever they are being transported or maybe in a stressful situation, that they always have these caps on as well. And you'll have seen like a lot of local Qatari people walking with their falcons with these said caps on as well. So yeah, really cool. And actually just in the Falcon Souq area there is a falcon hospital, which is mad really. So very specific, only for falcons. And another fun fact about the falcons here as well is that on all Qatar Airways flights the falcons are allowed to travel actually within the cabin area with their owners. So instead of going in the hold area they can actually sit within the cabins, which is awesome.
So the falcon is a very, very expensive animal. So the cheapest falcon they reckon you can get is about €1,000, but then they can go up to like 250,000 euros. The flags.
A fact about the Souq Waqif is that in 2004 there was actually a very big fire that I think burnt down the majority of the souk area. 2 years later, the current leader at the time here in Qatar funded the renovation works of the whole souk. So they have rebuilt it but kept it still very traditional. So a lot of the features that have been used to rebuild the souk area are still intact and kept with the traditional souk themes of the time. In particular, these wooden pillars here and the walls as well still look very traditional. Now just heading to the spice area of the souk. It's actually really nice to come here because throughout the souk you actually also, since obviously it's been renovated, you have a map. It's huge, like the souk is absolutely huge, so it's very easy to get lost in. So it's great that you actually have a map to find out where you are and where you need to go. All these spices here, your nuts. We are just walking down the main area of the souk at the moment. A couple of facts in the actual spice market as well. There are lots of different spices from all around the world, mainly from India, but also obviously of course the other Arab nations. So the smells that you get when you're walking through there is insane, right?
That's it, and then we can go and pose next time.
What's that called?
The thumb.
The golden thumb.
I don't know what it translates to, but
apparently it's made by an Italian.
French, wasn't it?
I thought it was Italian.
A European.
Comment down below if you know who made it, but I'm pretty sure it's Italian. That's what our tour guide said.
Did you say it was French?
No. Quick stop at tea time. Picked up a fresh juice from tea time. What have you got? Lemon mint?
Lemon mint.
And I've got mango.
Alright, so like, it's £3 for both of these.
Pretty good. It's got a small, large, small's pretty big. So we're now just heading back to the coach. We're going to be leaving Souq Waqif and we'll see you at the next stop.
Of the guard, we checked camels together before, but this is actually the proper change of the guard that we were mentioning. And the huge palace that we can see is the Emiri Diwan, the administrative office of the Emir, the ruler.
Just come for a quick picture stop area, and you'll see the boats here as well. That's what these boats used for, Jim.
So before the days of oil, these the fisheries was the biggest business here in Qatar.
West Bay was built on a reclaimed land, and the whole project took around 20 years to be completed. Now, for example, on the left-hand side where the mirrors from the outside, we have Al-Bida towers, grey in color. This is the blue mosque, and then we have the gold.
CEO, the never comes. If he comes at the time he comes.
They will not let us go because the...
So we've just been and had a look around the Blue Mosque. in the cultural centre of Qatar, and we're now just walking past the Qatar Coliseum area where they hold lots of different events, mainly in the evenings. It's currently closed at the moment because they're preparing for an event this evening or over the weekend, so quite sad we can't go in, but we're now just walking over to the Gold Mosque, which is another mosque in this area, slightly smaller. Don't need to go inside this one, but it's said to be very, very pretty on the outside.
That one, that's the building in the shape of the falcon.
I love the Victoria.
So they started removing the little pieces, the little castle from the mosque, and they ended up closing the mosque for 3 months.
So the gold on the outside of this mosque here is not real gold. Unfortunately, some tourists in the past have thought that it is, and obviously they've been disappointed. But there was actual real gold within the previous mosque on the ceilings. That was 24 karat gold. Now this is the first air-conditioned street in the whole of Doha, whole of Qatar, and that is, I can imagine that is very much welcomed when you sit out there having a coffee or your dinner, and it's 50 degrees, which is the temperatures it gets to in the peak of summer.
But it's the Hilton Hotel, so it's a total of 5 identical towers.
So here we are now on the Pearl Island. So I'm sure you've all heard of the Palm in Dubai. Well, this is the Pearl, which is basically Qatar's very own version. It's a man-made island full of luxurious residences and hotels.
Mainly residences. I think there's one hotel which was open last year, just before the FIFA World Cup, for the St. Regis here in the Pearl. And then they've got, I think, some restaurants and also some very high-end shops as well.
Yep, you can get your Ferraris down here. But this place, the Pearl, it just absolutely screams wealth. You know, we're just walking across the marina now. Some of these boats, Jesus.
Yachts. Insane. Beautiful.
Okay, so we've seen Qatar in the day. Let's go and see it at night time.
So we are here at the National Museum of Qatar. We've come in the evening. Hopefully we're hoping to see it maybe a little bit more lit up, but maybe that is the case when we actually get inside. So follow us and let's go check it out. Just picked up our tickets. Now heading up to the museum.
It's 50 Qatari riyals each, which is like just over in tenner, I think.
Per person?
About 11 quid.
Each?
Yeah.
Quite expensive for a museum.
So here we are in the National Museum of Qatar. We've got our new microphones wired up for the very first time. So even though we're not talking very loud, we're hoping that the audio is going to be absolutely fantastic. If it is, please let us know. If it's just the same,
Let us know.
Here, right next to me, we have some of Qatar's native animals. There's all sorts of lizards, the Arabian oryx over there, that's probably the most iconic. Falcon, there's vipers over there. What's this bad boy here? What's this? A honey badger.
So the screens currently around us in this part of the exhibition make you feel as if you are actually underwater with sea life that live in the Qatarian seas. There's something quite mesmerising, like you feel like you're almost swimming with these animals. It's quite interesting, cool feeling. Sand gazelles.
The Arabian oryx.
The Arabian oryx.
That's quite iconic, that one.
Which you can obviously see on a lot of symbols around Qatar. In particular, the Qatar Airways, obviously, logo is the head of the Arabian, what's it called?
The Arabian oryx, right?
Oryx.
These are specifically adapted to Qatar. They can live for up to 6 months without drinking any water.
Wow.
So it's perfect for the harsh desert environment.
Yeah.
Do you think me and you could put David Attenborough out of business?
I don't know about that.
Huh? What does he know about an Arabian oryx?
A lot, I assume. So in Qatar, they are said to have one of the last, would you say colony? What would you call a large array of fish or a large group of fish of the whale sharks? Now, they tend to be around here in the summer months when you're in Qatar, so that's obviously from May time to end of August, early September, so you can actually do tours to go and see them. However, obviously, because they're trying to preserve and conserve the species itself, they actually don't allow you to swim with them, but you can go on boat tours to see them, which I think is quite nice.
When we were in Oman, we went to a tour of the Daymania Islands, and there's actually a whale shark that swims around there in the summer, and it was there just 2 weeks before we were there, so we could have snorkeled with one of these. So we were unfortunate just to miss that, weren't we?
Yeah, very much so. But they are, is it the largest fish?
I think it's the world's largest fish, yeah.
And that's a bit of a lifestyle. So we're now in the section of the museum where it goes through the history of how Qatar and the land was actually born. So you might recognise some of the materials and the, I guess, equipment here with what we saw when they were dressing the camels earlier today in part of our tour. So this is the traditional, I guess, camel equipment that was used dating all the way back through to the Bedouin times as well.
That's the camel saddle there.
Wow. That's a big contraption.
And
I
that's
think
the
this
horse.
is like the latest one.
No, that's horse riding.
Oh, that's horse riding. Okay.
That's horse riding equipment, that's camel equipment.
From when?
It says on here. 1800s and 1900s.
Wow. Whilst you're in the museum as well, the striking architecture on the outside also follows you inside as well, which makes it an even more immersive experience.
Got the camel standing.
Is that them getting up?
Yeah, he's up.
Is that a baby one? So this here is the Beit al-Shah, also known as the tent, and this is how the Bedouin people many years ago used to travel around Qatar, and it also meant that they could have freedom of movement as well. So this is everything that they would pack up with them. Amazing to see that. And then obviously as we turn around over to the right hand side, you'll also see the traditional accompaniments that used to come along with the tent itself. Incredible.
I think it's fair to say this is a key moment in the history of Qatar. Oil discovered in 1939. So we're here in Msheireb tonight, excuse my pronunciation. Just finished up at the museum, now we've come down to Msheireb, which this is the downtown, sort of like downtown region of Doha. Got some nice restaurants, coffee shops, shisha bars, so I guess it's time to go and see.
Yeah, I'm absolutely starving,
I am.
so very much looking forward to getting some food.
Let's waste no time then.
Let's go!
So this is like the Doha design district as well. There's all sorts of fancy ornaments and things like that down here. Dance.
It is a Thursday evening here tonight, and in the Arabian countries, Friday and Saturday are their weekends, so the whole place really is buzzing at the moment.
Time to get a little bit of bling. If we can ever get across. It shows the busiest place to try across.